Men of Reddit, what is the dumbest reason someone used to label you as a creep?
I followed some girls my age. They were driving and so was I. They took random turns for a while to confirm that I was following them, however they drove right to my cul-de-sac. When I stopped and they confronted me, I just opened my garage door and went inside. Kinda understandable, but if a stranger really is following you, don't stop and talk to them.
I once got home at about 3 a.m. and parked my car in my parking spot about 2 blocks from my apartment. I was walking home, alone on the street except for one girl who was ahead of me on the sidewalk. I guess she felt uncomfortable, so she started running, but she was a slow runner. I kept walking at the same speed, which was not particularly fast. Apparently, we were neighbors because she ran all the way to my apartment building and ran inside, slamming the door to the elevator room behind her. I felt kind of bad. I decided to take the stairs. I lived on the 2nd floor anyway. Turns out, we lived on the same floor, and the elevator opened up right as I was walking out of the stairwell. Did my best not to make eye contact and walked away from her to my apartment. She was clearly panicking though. Always wondered what I should have done different. I feel like if I had called out to her to let her know I wasn't a rapist, that wouldn't have helped.
Back in high school, I found out through the grapevine a girl had been saying I was a creep because I stare at her all the time. I literally didn't know this person even existed or had ever heard their name until that moment.
I had a professional quality camera. This was back before cameras were on cell phones, and was seemingly taking pictures of kids at a playground. Thankfully, it was a digital camera and I could show the police that were called that I was taking pictures of my own son for his grandparents.
Was waiting outside of locker rooms after a play. BC, my friend needed my help. Pan one of the theater. Kids accused me of being a creep and looking into the locker rooms even though I was turned away from both doors and clearly holding my friend's shit for her.
I was in the dorm elevator riding down from floor 12 and the elevator stopped at floor 8. 2 girls were waiting for the elevator and one looked at me and said to the other, "That's creepy. There's some guy in there. Pretty weird that someone else would ride an elevator."
I was sitting in the park, watching my son play on the swings.
I was eating at a restaurant when I noticed that a group of my friends were also eating at the restaurant at another table. I gave a brief smile over because I tend to smile when people are hanging out where there's affection taking place in front of me, but a woman accused me for creeping on the one girl in that group of friends as if I was trying to get that girl's attention. I was a teenager. A simple smile and acknowledgement of being happy that other people are hanging out gets you labeled a creep.
Deleted.
Because I was too quiet.